The Exped Sim UL Duo has many ideal uses. For a couple who's looking for a pad that's easy to inflate, this is the perfect option for car camping. If you're going solo, this can line the entire floor of your camping tent. And if you're a family that's going out on an adventure together, it's got these unique Velcro sides so that you can match it up with other pads. This is all about comfort, so let's dig into the features. SIM in the naming stands for Self-Inflating Mattress. And the core of this mattress is open cell foam. So as you open that inflate valve, the foam expands and soaks up air like a sponge does with water. It's not instant, so while it's called self-inflating, you do need to kind of let it go for about half an hour so that it can slowly inflate. It does most of the inflation for you. So as soon as you get to camp, I would take this, unroll it in the tent, open the inflate valve, and then set everything else up. Give it time to inflate itself. At the end, you will need to top it off a little bit. It comes with an included mini pump, so you can top off that extra air to give it the firmness that you want. You can also inflate it by mouth, but Exped includes that really convenient pump so that you don't need to use your breath to inflate the pad. A great thing about that inflate valve is that if you feel like the pad is too firm, you can actually open the valve. It's one way, so the air doesn't leak out. You can actually push on it to leak a little bit of air out at a time. That way you can sink into the pad for the most comfort. With the thickness of the foam here, you have an R value of about 3.2, which isn't the best for the coldest of temperatures, but this is gonna get you through most of the seasons throughout the year when you're car camping. It's gonna insulate you from the ground, and it gets you up off the ground enough to keep you nice and comfortable. Now on the top, you'll notice a design here. It's not just for looks. This is actually called an anti-slip grip skin coating. And it's applied to the top here to actually kind of stick to that slick fabric of your sleeping bag. So if you're camping on a slightly uneven surface, you won't find yourself slowly drifting off the mat or towards your partner in the middle of the night. The Velcro strips on the sides here are really convenient, and they serve two purposes. One is if you want to match this up with another pad, line the entire 8-person tent with a sleeping pad here, you don't have that awkward gapping that sometimes happens between two pads, or the pads could drift away from each other and then you kind of have a valley there. So that keeps the pads next to each other. The other thing is you can deflate it a little bit and then actually fold this mat in half, attach it to the other side, and for a solo person, you can have an extra plush sleeping surface. You won't see any visible valves on the top of this pad, and that's because Exped has created their flat valve technology. I find that this is really easy to use and the valve doesn't get in the way. You have two valves, an inflate and a deflate valve on the other side. So when you want to blow up the pad, when you get to camp, all you have to do is open that. As you can tell, nothing's happening, no air is escaping from this valve because it is one way. So if you want to inflate it a little bit more and just take little breaks, air isn't gonna rush out of that valve. When it's time to pack this up in the morning, it's easy to deflate the pad. So the deflate valve opens up nice and wide, and then you can push all the air out of it. Because of that foam core, you can really compress this pad. It's definitely meant for car camping. This is not a backpacking option, but for how big it is, it does pack down to be pretty small for travel. So you can throw it right in the trunk of your car, and it's not gonna take up a lot of room, and it's also easy to store at home. The Exped Sim UL Duo. It's got a lot of smart features, and with all the versatility, it's easy to see why it'd be great for your next camping adventure.
Thanks for watching. If you have additional questions about the gear you just saw, please feel free to visit backcountryedge.com and get in touch with me or one of our other gear specialists. We also have technical specs about that gear on the product pages of our website, and oftentimes we have bonus videos. If you like our channel, please subscribe.